This is Tonja Brown, and I have just been there to Rise by my girl Tasha on the Detroit Narrative Club. Check me out.
Welcome back to the Narrative Club. On today's episode, I have no other than this fire actress. You do some more than singing too, don't you?
Girl, stop.
I know she's a hell of a painter.
Thank you.
My TT.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Miss Tonja Brown.
Thank you.
We thank you for coming down here, sitting and kicking with us. You know, I had to have you in. I think we just saw that bomb role you did in McGraw Ave.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was amazing. I had fun.
You did. But I don't know if you look like you had fun.
I know, it's work. I love, let's go. Let's put the work.
She was so serious with him, and like, he was serious. Okay, well, let my audience know who is Tonja Brown. How did you get into this acting?
Oh, actually, with acting, I got in on acting on the theater. I was in this is the early 90s. I was in this hip hop singing group and everything. We thought we were going to be big, you know. And a girlfriend of mine was working with this gentleman, and she had he asked her, "Well, do we want to sing on the soundtrack for a play, a stage play?" And she turned it down or whatever, and she was like, "Tita, I dare you to go audition for their play." It was a dare, so I went and did it, and they put me in it. I got a main role in it, and from there, I didn't want to do nothing else. I loved it. It was called Come Back Home, and actually in the play, it was, first of all, it was David Fudge, who was the writer and producer of it. Rest in peace. It was can't think this time. I think the very first one that we did was actually Twinkie Clark. I had so much fun. I was and I was in awe because I'm watching her. She could blow. I was in awe from there. So it just started snowballing, play after play. And
so you actually you do theater stage in movies as well. Which one do you like better?
Okay. That's tricky because, you know, I'm really starting to get into this movie thing, and I love it. I love the development of it. I love doing that. With stage, it was different. Stage, more or less, you're with a crew of people, and you're there a lot because you're rehearsing with these people, you're falling in love with these people. This becomes your family, and it's your family for a minute, a couple of months into it, and then you actually take that play if it goes out just traveling. So now you're traveling, you're living amongst these people, and then it's the end show, and it's over. And it's like those heartbreak moments where it's almost like you're breaking up with your family. You know, that's kind of was the part that I didn't like about it.
And you know, the movies, they don't last as long.
I know they don't last as long. It's just a big difference.
Well, you just love everybody.
I love everybody.
It's just a ball of joy to have them around anyway. So it's like you're gonna be probably sad when they end or not over anyway. Yeah. So what's the best role that you have been given so far to play?
I would actually definitely have to say Auntie. I love, because for so many years, you know, I played the comedic character. Very rare being so serious in a role. And with her, she gets to love and be angry at the same time. And you get to see, you know, the two sides. So, you know, I have all this love for my nephew, but you know, who's ever not on the program, they can go.
Yeah, that's true. That they can go. And was it hard for you to tap into that? Like I say, you were a lovable person. So when they give you this script and it's like, okay, I gotta turn this love into hatred. And basically hatred and betrayal because you betray your nephew too.
Yeah. That's the hard part. For me, I had to really pull the Band-Aid off. Like I remember when Shamar Abraham said to me, you know, I know you got somebody that you just can't stand. That you just, because for Kyle, who plays my brother in McGraw Ave, we played in other places before. I love read this script and to see what I have to shoot at this is one of my favorite people. You know, it was kind of hard until I dug down and started remembering betrayal and hurt and pain. And so now you're pulling back all those happy layers that had to develop over time to hold on to that Band-Aid. You done ripped it off. So now my attitude, I'm just mad. And I'm on set, I'm mad. You know, and I'm angry. So I mean, it's challenging, definitely.
But you're up for the challenge.
I'm up for it. Let's go.
And have you ever had to bring that kind of pressure to yourself doing stage play? Did you ever have to dig deep like that to bring out a character on stage?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. It was just, I think the more or less the difference is that you're being so deeply led into it. So you're following into it. With film, you go in and you're in your scene. You're not moving towards it. You're in it. You're in the now. You know, versus the stage, there you see what's going on. So all emotions that your other characters are having, if they're going through, they're pulling it, and that wave is coming your way. And if they're dug deep, you can't help but dig deep. Yeah. You know, it just all falls. Those tears actually, a lot of times when I get stage plays, those tears weren't like, oh, I've got to think back to my past. No, that was being in those moments where the tears came, regardless if they say action, let them drop. You know, it was there. So yeah, it's a difference. I love it both. I love them both.
Yeah, I was say, because even when I seen is when it wasn't a room on the stage, so they had to come out to the crowd. Mm-hmm. And when Lamont got to preaching,
yes,
in the room, just felt silent, and then the worship and just God just showed up and just moved all through it. And it's like when you look at that, that's how I know. I tell you, I love stage plays. I like independent films. I love a good play, all the singing included.
Yes, we have some amazing,
amazing talent. Because that play alone, it just showed all y'all different. And it's like I said, I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
And each time it was a little something different.
Yeah.
It was also something better each time. Because that one, like you say, is like his energy radiated through all of y'all.
Lamont is, I still call him Pastor.
I call him Bishop.
I call him Pastor. I don't have a choice.
Yeah, when I see him with all the liquor at the hotel, I'm like, Bishop, you drunk? Girl, that's just somebody I played. I wasn't a real, because he did a phenomenal job, and that was before this, when y'all actually, did this one on the floor. And I was like, because I know, that's why I tell people, like, the range from, and I don't take away nothing that somebody's doing as far as movies. If you just an actor, just want to do movies, that's cool. But it's something about when they be like, oh, I do stage play too. Girl, you a triple threat, don't even know it. Because if you can action go and not mess up, that's a plus. And if you can mess up and keep going, that's a plus too.
Oh yeah.
And people don't get that like, oh, well, I can do play, or I can just do movies, or they stage play. No, stage plays is a little bit more graphically work together, Yeah, you have to feed, but the energy, the feed and the energy comes together, period. Yeah. Like the chemistry on set comes together, period. Cause like your character, even in the mule.
I'm sorry.
And a lot of people don't even know you're the same person from the mule.
I try to keep that private. Yeah, that's, you know what, and a funny story about that one. I remember when they called it and said, was I doing anything? I was like, no, I got the day off. He was like, oh, come pick up the script. And I went to go pick up the script, and I see Day and T and Tom. I see everybody coming out. Everybody's coming out, going to their cars. And I'm like, okay, so we gonna rehearse? We gonna rehearse. It's like, TT, you got this. And they would laugh. I didn't know what the character was. So everybody else is dying laughing, like, TT ain't even ready. This is late. So I read the script and I was just like, oh wow, this is about to be a mess. This is really about to be a mess.
It was a mess in a good way though.
Yeah, I had so much fun.
You had, it looked fun. Like, I'm like, she really a hoe.
Right.
She really a hoe. I mean, you were so in tune with I'm looking like, we said, oh, daddy, and you just,
Girl.
But I had called, I told him, I said, she bad. Like, she's so dope with it. And then it's like, I was like, she switched up the character so well. And that's how you like when you say how did I get started and stuff like that. I try to like have an eye for it. Try to know like, okay, let me sit down. If I get into the mind of an actor or actress, get into the mind of how you craft out your day with this. Because it gotta be mind boggling. Like you say, you're full artistry, you do a lot of artistry. So just to switch them roles like that. Like even in McGraw Ave, come in high, nice to your daughter, nice to murder, and then it's like.
Yeah, that switch.
And it's
real.
But the cigarette one was just the one who just did it for me.
Oh
it was
my
a cigarette role for me. I'm thinking like, she did some Angela Bassett shit on y'all real quick, like you can die.
And it was almost it was almost like the cigarette was like a necessity, like this, because the level of hatred that she has, and when I knew that it was probably be good, or at least, you know, I did okay, was when I stopped seeing Kyle. I stopped seeing him as Kyle. Like there was no, my vision, he was completely separated from, you know, he was completely separated from him. Yeah, so now I'm looking at him as this is this man that did these things. I truly, in my mind, this is what he did. And this is why he gotta go.
It showed. When I say it showed, I'm looking like, I called you like, he said, oh, TT cold. I said, TT is cold. I'm like,
I'm so humble, thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, cause it just, when it showed up, and it's like, even so, it's like, okay, I'm not even familiar with the movie scene. So I don't even know, they giving you scripts and dates and telling you to show up and you killing the rose.
Stop.
I mean, you coming because you had to get different costumes, different. You had a wig on that was looking like, okay, I'm gonna smoke this cigarette, look like I'm gonna set this hair on fire and this man, cause he's pissing me off in this.
Yeah, seriously.
So I have a question. I ask all my kids, leave if you had to write yourself into a role, just say they call you like, hey, we got a script we're working on, but we want you to write your character. What character would you give yourself?
Oh wow, that's a deep question.
It'd be so interesting when people say what they do too.
You know what? I would want to be somebody who has been through it, and just before they found out, their eyes opened. You know, for what that real testimony would be. You know, like how we all go through things and struggles and trials and tribulations, but sometimes when you see a person going through it and you kind of wonder, like, it's a horizon, trust me. Just wait a few minutes. You almost there, just hold on. But to be able to catch that conflict on film, when you finally get that moment, I would like to do something like that. That would be cool. That would be real kind.
Entertain our fans, our crowd.
Definitely.
And you deliver. Thank you. Like you really deliver. Like do you sit back and watch?
Okay. So when I see myself on film, because of course on stage you don't see yourself until later on, and you get the DVD.
Hopefully they put
it on live, right? So you just go through it and you okay, because whatever it is what it is. But when it's on film, it's something about permanence. So the first time I watch a film is I'm watching myself for where I could do better. Okay. Then I'll sit back and watch the film to watch the film. You know, and I'll be all into the film, which makes me go back to the drawing board again and say, well, if I would have did this would have probably been this way. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a constant critique. But sometimes I'll be like, I did that. You know, or even watching my family's
growth, you know, like especially when you have some people doing this for the first time, and they be really excited when they do see themselves for the first time. Like, how did I do? What did I need? You know, points of, because even if a veteran in the game, and you still have like, okay, son, how did I do?
Yeah. You want to know.
Yeah, because you need to know, like, it's a positive feedback that you can get, or it's a hard criticism that you can get to grow too.
Yeah.
And that's everybody like it. Everything can't always be peaches and cream.
Exactly.
You can't always do an A1 job, even though you want to. You know, but this is acting. It's always, I'm acting a part. I can react the part. Yeah. I can correct the part, and I can fix the part. And they don't be getting that, and that's what I'm looking like. Okay, it's some heavy hitters here.
Oh man, thank you. I like to go to my cousin Sonia Renee. She was executive producer for First Lady 1, First Lady 2. And that, you know, Sonia, I love Sonia. You know, and it's she's my cousin, so it makes it pretty good because I know she's gonna say, cousin, let me tell you, this is what I feel. She's gonna tell me how it is, and if I did well, she's like, good, cousin. And that's when I get that little, okay, I did good.
See, but that's where your humbleness comes in, because you just say, like, I'm so humble, like, I see you ripped. Like, you really, really ripped. Like, that was just so breathtaking. I'm telling you, like, you have to go back. They need to make that a meme. Like, angry black woman.
Okay. Yeah.
With this cigarette in her hand, like.
Right.
Do you got any new projects you're working on right now?
Well, I'm writing. I'm doing some writing right now. Still painting as always. So I'm just waiting for this season 2. I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to put myself. Yeah, I didn't want to put myself or lock myself down somewhere else.
And you was gonna be needing new season.
And when it's, you know, because that's my baby. You know, that's my baby. This is, you know, you have some. You like, I work with a lot of different casts, but you have some casts that you work with that is family. Yes, it's family, and you get the harshness because they're gonna be honest with you. They're honest with themselves. They're honest with each other, and they're gonna be honest with you. And they say, okay, well, that's not working, or this is what's working. And I know that they have the best interest, my interest at heart. But we all have each other's best interests at heart because we all want this final project. You know, we're all working in one movement. And that's why I said, well, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paint a couple of buildings and, you know, do my artwork and work on my things, you know, that I'm working on, and turn around and when it's time to put all the energy back into Auntie again.
We sure cannot wait to see you in McGraw Ave 2. I thank you for coming on the show and talking with me, and let me know who this Tonja Brown is. That come in kicking it with a force. You making it work hard. You gonna make it work hard.
Hey, let's do it. What they say? Let's go. Let's
She
go.
ready?
I'm always ready. Always ready.
Thank you for coming in and talking with me.
Thank you